Planet Earth. Let us know where you're watching the game from, who you're rooting for. Such an honor and a privilege to have you here with us. There is the whistle, the ball drop. We are officially underway. Australia with first possession. Good movement there from Riley Batt. Trying to work his way in on that right-hand side. Good piece of defending there from Canada with Austin McClellan, the number 3.
So Australia is starting with their traditional high-low lineup with Riley Batt, Chris Bond, James McQuill, and Beau Verneau. And Canada with their balanced lineup, 2-5, 2-2, 1-5, with Austin, Cody Caldwell, Anthony Letourneau, and Patrice Simard.
And
yeah, two very different approaches, two very different tactical formations. Nice piece of defending from Canada, who are trying to get the counterattack going right now with Caldwell. Hands it off to Austin McClellan. It's now Australia's opportunity to defend right now.
So the Australian called an equipment. I'm gonna make sure if it's the call from the ref. He signed it no goal.
Seven minutes, 21 seconds on the clock. Very, very important to point out. The match consists of 4 8-minute quarters. Right, we have a 3-minute break between the first and second, and between the third and fourth quarters, and there's a 10-minute halftime between that second and third quarter. The first 39 seconds of Game 1, Australia and Canada, two teams in Pool A. Huge shout out to our viewers checking in with us. Wheels Pisano, Flora Renz. Let us know where you're watching this game from, who you're cheering for, and we'll give you a shout out live on the air. The very first day of the WWR World Championship in São Paulo, Brazil. Gerson, we're very early on, my friend, just 39 seconds in. But is there anything you're able to identify from the strategies of these two teams?
yeah, if you watch, that's not normal. It's 0-0 yet. That's exactly what I told you before. That's gonna be a game.
Underway once again. Here come Canada. There's Cody Caldwell, and he's going to claim the first try of the competition. It is 1-0 Canada. The Canadians off to a hot start. The first point of the competition goes to the number 9, Cody Caldwell, all the way from Peterborough, Ontario. Let's see how the Australians are going to respond here with Riley Batt. Accelerates, he's blocked. Can he punch his way through? Yes, he can. The answer is yes. We are at 1-1. 6:52 on the clock. Gerson, take it away, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see now what's gonna happen, because now Canadian has the ball and now there we go. Caldwell has the ball.
Yeah, Canada have 2. Cody Caldwell has 2. That's the play we were talking about before the beginning.
A little bit of luck there.
A little bit of luck, but he'll take it.
Yeah.
Here come Australia once again. This time, the number 10, Chris Bond. The legend, 40-year-old Chris Bond, 4 Paralympic Games attended. And he is expected, we were talking about this guy, right, Japa? He is expected to make his mark here in Brazil. We can expect great things from Chris Bond and Riley Batt. That 2 fantastic duo for the Steelers.
Yeah, 2 experienced players. They're playing together for a long time. a lot of titles together, a lot of medals. So, but we also have the low pointers that help them a lot. So looks like the first turnover for Canada. Australia with the ball taking.
A nice lob pass there. That was excellent. To link up with Bo Vernon, the 37-year-old who was the best in class at the 2024 Canada Cup. Makes it 3-2 for Australia. Canada once again looking for that response. Good piece of defending there from Chris Bond.
Another turnover for Australia now.
Yeah, how about that defending from Chris Bond to close down that left lane? Not allowing Anthony Letourneau to punch his way in. Canada still trying to make something out of this attack. Look at the speed there on Riley Batts. Good work from the number 3, accelerates, beats his marker, and finds himself into the scoring zone. Australia with yet another try. It is 4-2 with 5 minutes, 43 seconds on the clock. Huge shout out to our viewers cheering for both Canada and Australia. We have a Frederick who's joining us all the way from the Netherlands. I wonder why he's here. The upcoming game between Brazil and the Netherlands will be an exciting one. The hosts making their debut. Huge shout out as well to Flora Renz, joining us all the way from London.
Caldwell again. Hey Japa, you used to play against Caldwell, and tell me about a little bit about this player.
Yeah, so he's a very good player, very calm and take care of the ball. So he's been there for a long time, very experienced for Canada.
Yeah, Cody Caldwell, he was formerly a hockey player. He picked up the sport of wheelchair rugby rather quickly. He made the national team in 2013, and he was part of the roster that won gold for Canada at the 2015 Pan American Games. And he has represented Canada at 3 Paralympic Games, 2016, here in Brazil in Rio, 2020 and 2024. So that is quite the resume for the number 9. Canada still in pursuit, 5-3. It is a very, very close game.
Is considered one of the best players 2.0 in the world.
It is also very important to explain to our viewers about the classification, right? Each athlete has a sport classification that ranges from 0.5 to 3.5. Canada get 4 now. But just to wrap up my train of thought, and the combined total of the 4 players on the court cannot exceed 8 points. But as an incentive, for every female player on the court, the team gets a 0.5 bonus to their total limit. So the higher the classification, the, how can I say this? The more mobility that the athlete has, right? So that's basically how it works, right, Jefferson?
There you go, exactly like that. And about the female classification that you explain a little bit, if the ladies has classified as 0.5, 1, or 1.5, then the team has 0.5 that can be increased. But if the lady is 2.0 and up to 3.5, then they increase 1.0. So that's a really good difference for the team.
Yeah, so that total number for all the players on the court would then go up from 8 to 9. That's what Gerson is explaining right now.
So it was another turnover from Canada, and Australia changed lines, put in the 2 girls, Shea Graham and Emily Miller.
Canada looking for a response here.
in this line from Australia, if you look at that lady is 2.5, so that can increase 1 point, and the other one is 0.5, so then increase plus 0.5, so they can go up to 9.5.
Important rules pertaining to the game. Australia in the lead, 7-4 with 3 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock. There's a nice tight angle there of Chris Bond. And you saw there with the number 2, Emily Miller, the 31-year-old from Queensland, as well as the number 12, Shea Graham, the 39-year-old from Victoria. The ladies taking center stage for the Australian Steelers. Basically halfway through this first quarter. The game is played with 4 8-minute quarters. Canada with possession. Caldwell. Hands it off to Austin McClellan, still with it. Trying to slice his way through. And he is dispossessed.
So still Canada ball with 90 seconds to go.
Also an important rule, the players, they have a total of 12 seconds, right, to transition from the defensive half of the court to the offensive half of the court, and they have to complete the play within 40 seconds. And I think that's a great rule, right, because it keeps the game in a dynamic fashion.
Very good. And they can keep the ball only 8 seconds. After 8 seconds, they have to kick the ball or pass the ball as well.
Also another important rule. Good piece of defending there from Riley Batt to close down Austin McClellan. Australia still in the lead, 7-4. Just 3 tries separate these two wheelchair rugby powerhouses. From wherever you're watching us around planet Earth, let us know. We have our viewers joining us from Sweden, from Strasbourg, from France, from Canada and Australia, obviously. Make sure to share this broadcast with your friends, your family members. The more the merrier. Interact with us. We want to know where you are. Great combination there between Riley Batt and Chris Bond. Australia have 8. They lead by 4. Here's the replay.
That's very interesting to see how Batt is playing. Huh? He has a shoulder surgery, and he's playing very well again. Huh? That's very exciting to see him on the court again.
2 minutes, 51 seconds. My man Japa, what do you think of the game thus far, buddy? Are you enjoying it? Is this kind of what you expected to get us started?
Yeah, Australia started really strong with their lineups, their high-low lineups, and forced some turnovers from Canada. And both teams now switch at lines. We'll see this key offense. No goal. Probably the first turnover from Australia.
Yeah, this time Canada were able to hang on. Good piece of defending there from the number 31.
So no, it was not a turnover.
Japa, go ahead, my friend. Sorry, I cut you off.
So we...
Go ahead.
2 minutes, 31 seconds. Australia lead 8-4. And this particular squad, right, of Australia is one that combines the experienced Paralympians like Chris Bond and Riley Batt with the next generation of Australian talent. So it really reflects this continued strength of the country's athlete pathway. You can also point out James McQuillan, right? Such an important name in this roster.
Yeah, the Australia now, they don't have it, the high-low anymore. So they changed the strategy. Now they have a balanced lineup. Let's see how it's going to work.
And that is a great point there from Deblee, the number 31. Accelerates, he goes all the way, and he punches his way into the try zone. scores the 5th for Canada. Within range of Australia, just 3 points separating both teams. Here's Chris Bond, pitches direction. Tries to go down that left-hand side. That's a great assist. Australia with 9. Andrew Edmondson, the number 14. There he is in the tight shot. He's going to claim his first try of the WWR World Championship. Australia 9-5. Now Canada with a response here. Good piece of defending there from Chris Bond on Travis Morale, the number 2. 1 minute 42 seconds.
Reaching foul from Chris Bond, so he's gonna go to the penalty box.
So how long is he gonna be in the penalty box, Japa?
It's current now 30 seconds, so Canada will set up to catch Chris Bond.
Play to resume. Huge shout out to Sandy Smith joining us all the way from Currimine Beach. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. In Queensland, Australia, and it's 5:14 a.m. there, so someone's up bright and early to join us here for this competition. That is exactly the spirit that we want. Here come the Australians. Chris Bond, as usual, accelerates. He is blocked.
So what happened here, they have 4 players in the same place at the same time, and that's not allowed in Sammy Kia.
And we see at times the good defensive discipline there from the Canadian number 1, right, Ryokanda Kovac. Just 23 years of age. He is expected to be one of the future prospects of this Canadian side. We have entered the final 60 seconds of this first quarter. Australia lead 9-6. Chris Bond transitions into the scoring area, gets another try for Australia. 10-6. Yet another point for the legend. Canada restarts. This is Deblis. Pressured by Andrew Edmondson. He finds real estate on this left-hand side, accelerates, beats his marker. Canada with 20 seconds now, right, Gerson, to try and conclude this play.
Yes, they're gonna try to keep the ball as much as possible, so then Australia has no time to do another try. That's the strategy.
So it's a turnover. Australia got the ball, and they are rushing to score this one.
Australia win it back. Chris Bond, he's going to claim almost the assist. Unsuccessful there, the attempt. It was with Eya Sablak. The connection didn't happen. That was almost the 11th try for the Australians. As we wrap up this first quarter, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Com a Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa para ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. Com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Yeah! Para amigos imparáveis! Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não têm mais nada pra fazer?
Lanche de torta de chantilly!
Mais o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso? Não!
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Para amigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Paralympic Center in São Paulo, Brazil. We are underway with the second quarter, the second set of 8 minutes. Australia in the lead, 10-6. Our viewers joining us from across planet Earth. We got peeps in sunny coast Australia, in Montreal, in London, in Queensland. Viewers across the globe. Australia doing the defending right now. Canada want to close that gap. It's 11-6. They have possession with the number 21. This is Anthony Letourneau. Pressured, goes for the long pass to Cody Caldwell. Letourneau to his right. He is the target. And it is a successful connection. 7 minutes and 17 seconds. Canada with another try. Here's the replay. Canada are doing the defending. This is Riley Batt over on that left-hand side. He was looking for Chris Bond. Not the best of passes.
That's a turnover. That's good. Now Canadian has opportunity to decrease 1 point. This difference.
If Canada make the most of this attack, it could become 11-8. Austin McClellan, that is a good connection there. Cody Caldwell makes it 11-8. Canada off to a hot start in this second quarter. A very tight game thus far. This is what we expect for game number 1 of the competition. This is a Group A battle between two powerhouses of the sport. And Chris Bond there took too long to conclude the play. 6:35 on the clock as we take you through the Canadian dugout.
Was 4 in the key again. There we go.
Underway once again. Caldwell reclaims possession for Canada. 6 minutes and 30 on the clock. He's pressured by Chris Bond, goes for the long pass. The connection is successful. Australia recovered possession with Riley Batt. That was good. He's able to slice his way through. Great work from Riley Batt to give Australia the 4-try lead. Once again, it is 12-8. Here is the replay. That is just textbook Riley Batt, isn't it, Gerson?
Yes. He did a very good play. Oh.
Swift response from the Canadians. Once again, Cody Caldwell has been the difference maker for Canada. Riley Batts finds space on that right-hand side. Able to swerve his way into the try zone. 5:54. But Japa, one thing that I did point out, my friend, is how Canada started off the second quarter better than how they ended the first.
Yeah, it's really hard to play against these 3-5s. A lot of speed, a lot of power, but they are doing a good job with the patience with the ball, taking care of the ball, and scoring the goals. So let's see what happened now.
Austin McClellan trying to work his way forward. He's impeded. Good piece of defending there. That was sensational from Elia Sablak, and now Australia have the counterattack. Chris Bond with yet another try for the Steelers. But 90% of that point goes to the 34-year-old Ella Sablak from Queensland. Right place, right time. What an interception.
The first 2 turnovers that the Canadians got, now they give back to Australia.
You can never sleep on the Steelers. There's a reason why they have 2 Paralympic gold medals and 2 World Championship titles. They are the defending champs. They want to make it 3 titles on Brazilian turf. There is Anthony Letourneau. A tight shot of the number 21. Restarts with Austin McClellan. The overlapping movement there from Letourneau. McClellan jukes and jives. Links up with Cody Caldwell, and Canada reached the double-digit mark. 14-10 for Australia. 4 minutes, 51 seconds, almost halfway through the second quarter. A very exciting second quarter, if you ask me.
We have a lot of turnovers in the beginning of this second quarter.
15-10 now. Huge shout out to Christine Francis joining us all the way from Brisbane, Australia, saying go Steelers. Supporters on both sides of the aisle for both Canada and Australia. Canada restarting right now with Caldwell. Connects with McClellan. Pressured by Riley Batt. He's able to find space down the center. This is Letourneau. Now Austin McClellan. Canada trying to find space into that try zone. Tries to go down the center. Eventually, he punches his way in. Once again, Australia in the lead by just 4 tries. Great resilience here from Austin McClellan. His classification 2.5. Started in rugby back in 2022.
So for defense, Canada is trying to retrieve to key defense, but Riley was back peeking, so it's hard to retrieve with him causing this trouble.
Yeah, and just to interact with our viewers here, Trevor Hirschfield has retired, everyone. He's now the coach of Team Canada. Here's a replay of that earlier try. Timeout right now. A good chance for Trevor Hirschfield to pass on some instructions to his players, and for Lewis Quinn to do the same with the Steelers.
And Trevor used to play as a 1.0 when he was a player.
And there is Riley Batts passing on his experience to his teammates. This championship marks really the first major tournament for head coach Lewis Quinn, who took the reins at the beginning of the year, and then under his leadership, the Steelers have already won bronze at the 2026 Santos Wheelchair Rugby World Challenge and silver at the 2026 Canada Cup. So they are building momentum as they prepare to take on the world's best here in São Paulo, Brazil. We're at the Paralympic Training Center in the largest city, not only in Brazil, but really in all of South America. It's an honor and a privilege to have you here with us, viewers joining us from all over the world. Over 4 minutes already into the second quarter, 3:48 on the clock. We resume. Australia in the lead, 16-11. Alongside me, Jefferson Vieira Japa, two Brazilian wheelchair rugby experts. I am well accompanied, everyone. Canada to restart. With the number 2 there, Travis Morale, the 43-year-old, also from Toronto, plays for the Toronto Titans, 4-time Paralympian. Here's Austin McClellan, accelerates, connects with the man I was just talking about, Travis Morale, into the try zone, scores for Canada. It is 16-12.
And Australia has changed the lineup again. So Bond is not in the line. They have another player, 3.0, stand off him now. Let's see how it's going to be.
17-12 for Australia. The Steelers still in the lead. Once again, Travis Morale changes direction, finds real estate down the center. He's got the support from Austin McClellan on the left-hand side. 17-13. Good work there from Austin McClellan once again. He has also been a standout player for Canada thus far. Here is Riley Batts. Very powerful. And that try right there just illustrates how difficult it is to defend against Riley Batts. There's a reason why he's a legend and one of the best in the world. Australia regrouped defensively. Austin McClellan now. Canada with a little over 20 seconds to try and conclude the play. Good piece of defending there from the number 25, Cooper Blackwood. And it is an unsuccessful attack for the Canadians. Great piece of defending for the Steelers there. They recover possession. Do not allow Cody Caldwell this time to punch through.
That was a really good turnover, and that moment was very important because now they have 5 points the difference.
Yeah, 5-point lead for the Steelers. Riley Batt in possession. Canada are defending, trying to close down that left-hand side. Riley Batt changes direction once, twice, 3 times. His marker is Austin McClellan. Good piece of defending there as well. From Shea Graham, the number 12, not allowing Austin McClellan to get anywhere near Riley Batts.
They block it and then make it easier for the try.
Cooper Blackwood almost connecting with Riley Batt. Great recovery for the Steelers in their offensive half of the court. 2 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. It's Canada now to restart with Cody Blackwell. My friend Japa, we're in the final stretch of the second quarter, my friend. Australia with the 6-point lead. I think we can say that Australia, the Steelers, are the favorites, but So far, Canada doing a good job.
Yeah, Australia is with good lead now. They are also running some lines. They gave a rest to Chris Bond, who was doing a great match. So they're doing good, able to run some lines against Canada.
We're restarting once again. This is Travis Morale to get the ball back into play for Canada. He's got the close support there from Cody. Austin McClellan connects with Cody Caldwell, who accelerates. And the try is good and successful for Canada. It is 19-14 right now. Team Canada still hot in pursuit of the Steelers.
That was very nice try. Huh? He's really fast as a 2.0.
And now Cooper Blackwood is going to get his first try of the competition. Huge shout out to the Gamer for Fun. Aaron Lee joining us. Our viewers connecting with us from all over the globe. We have Andrea Smith, who's joining us all the way from Winnipeg, where wheelchair rugby started all the way back in the late 70s in 1977. Started out as murder ball and then, of course, progressed into what we know today as wheelchair rugby. This is the WWR Championship 2026 going down right here in Brazil, the South American nation hosting the competition for the very first time. There's the contact on Austin McClellan. You see the classification there, right? We were talking about this, 2.5. The classification ranges from 0.5 to 3.5, so the higher your number, the more mobility you have. So Chris Bond, who you see right there, his classification.
Chris Bond is 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. And Riley Batt was a 3.5, now a 3.0.
He used to play for a long time as a 3.5 player. Now he dropped his classification. Now he's playing as a 3.0. That's a really good for the team because now they can go up. They used to do the high-low, so 3.5, 3.5, and 0.5 and 0.5. Now he's a 3.5, so they can replace a 0.5 player, a 1.0 player. So that's going to be stronger lineup.
And as you can imagine, that difference can become huge in those tight games, right? Against the powerhouses like Japan, like the US, like the UK. So that 0.5 can really, really make a difference, especially if you reach a final, for instance. 1 minute 20, final stretch of this second quarter. Riley Batt goes for the long pass. Successful connection there with Cooper Blackwood into the scoring area. Australia with yet another try. 21 points for the Steelers. Here is Austin McClellan. He's pursued by Riley Batt. Almost able to connect there with the number 55, making his championship debut, Yannick Racicot, a 1.5 from Montreal in Quebec. Plays for the Montreal Machines. Here is Riley Batt. Accelerates, Canada defending. That is a great pass for Cooper Blackwood. Almost getting the ref there. What are you doing, ref? Yet another try for the Steelers. Japa, go ahead, my friend.
Australia seems to be scoring easily, a little bit easier than Canada. But we got a lot of game to go.
Yeah, 48 seconds. Almost halfway through. A very exciting game thus far. 22 tries for the Steelers, 15 for Team Canada. Yet another timeout. Gerson, if you were in this situation right now, my friend, if you were either Trevor Hirschfield or Lewis Quinn, what would you be telling your players right now? And Japa, feel free to hop in as well.
Yeah, in this situation here, you have only 48 seconds. So Canadian has the full timeout. So I think they're gonna start on the attack court, and they're gonna try to hold the ball as much as possible. Then Australia to not allow Australia to perform in the last point.
A few of our slow-mo replays. And we are about to restart once again. Cody Caldwell has got the close support from Austin McClellan. Works his way into that right-hand side. Tries to punch his way down the center. He is blocked by Cooper Blackwood. It doesn't matter. He still finds a great assist for Cody Caldwell. Yet another try for Team Canada. 34 minutes.
See what happened now? So they performed the try too fast, and now Australia has a full time. They're gonna start again in the attack court side, and then still have 34 seconds to perform the try.
Yeah, so they can have the whole of those 34 seconds to try and execute that try. Every team has 40 seconds to conclude the play and then 12 seconds to transition from the defensive half of the court into the offensive half of the court. Each player can hold the ball for a total of 8 seconds. Before that 8-second mark, they have to pass the ball or bounce it. And the ball in wheelchair rugby is similar to a volleyball. That was the initial inspiration. We're about to restart once again, very, very close to halftime. 4 8-minute quarters. That is how the game is played. Wheelchair rugby started as an official Paralympic sport at the Olympics in Australia, right in Sydney, all the way back in 2000. It was a demonstration sport in 1996 in Atlanta, but then officially became a Paralympic sport 26 years ago. And for the first time, Brazil is hosting the World Championship. Underway once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Riley Batt. Restarts for Australia. Transitions into the offensive half of the court.
Now they will keep the ball as much as possible to avoid the Canadian to perform the last try.
Let's see how Canada are going to defend here. Riley Batts over on that left-hand side, changes direction. Still with it. Blocked by McClellan and Letourneau. Lifts that ball towards Chris Bond. Great connection there and a great try for the Steelers. Yet another one for Team Australia. And that is the end of the second quarter. Here's another replay. How many times over the past decade have we seen this connection? Riley Batt to Chris Bond into the scoring area. Australia have 23, Canada have 16. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We'll see you right back here for the third quarter. Don't go anywhere.
Hoje é dia! Aposte nas loterias Caixa! Nas lotéricas no app Loterias Caixa ou no site. É chance todo dia!
Aposte com responsabilidade.
Com a Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar, com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa para ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não têm mais nada pra fazer?
Lancha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal assado.
Para amigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Ei, você sabe que dia é hoje? Hoje é dia!
Aposte nas loterias Caixa! Nas lotéricas no app Loterias Caixa ou no site. É chance todo dia!
Aposte com responsabilidade.
Com a Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa para ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. Com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Essas pestes imparáveis não têm mais nada pra fazer?
Lancha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal assado.
Para amigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
It's time to make some noise for the teams. We want to hear you. Where are the fans?
Welcome back, everyone, to the Paralympic Training Center in São Paulo, Brazil, where the WWR 2026 Championship, the World Wheelchair Rugby Championship, is very much underway. We're about to get started with the third quarter, the third set of 8 minutes to be played between Australia and Canada. The Steelers are in the lead. So far, so good for Team Australia, but the Canadians are hot in pursuit. Australia with a 7-try lead. Gerson Vieira, my friends, and Japa, I'll ask you this question. What do you think Canada are going to have to do in the second half right now to get back into this game?
Canada will need some turnovers. They are backing. They
Good-
are
good
behind in
answer.
the score, so they're going to need some turnovers, some defense. They were trying a lot, the key defense, but Australia was back picking, so let's see what they're going to do now.
Yeah, so that's going to be a very interesting strategy that Canadian has. It's not going to be easy to stop the Australian. That's going to be really tough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how this second half is going to play out. Underway, 7:47 on the clock. Australia to restart. That was Andrew Edmondson quickly linking up with the legend Chris Bond. He finds real estate on this left-hand side, accelerates, and he punches his way in over on that right to get Australia yet another try. Nothing Canada could do about that Chris Bond attack. Huge shout out to the peeps joining us from Peterborough, the hometown of Cody Caldwell. We got the Cody Caldwell supporters with us for this broadcast. So special. Rio Kovac picked up the loose ball, recovers possession for Canada. Travis Morale goes for the long pass for Deblis. Australia are defending. Deblis finds just the right amount of space over on that left-hand side. Gets a try for Canada.
Canada has with another different line again. Now they have a 0.5 on the line.
Change in strategy. 6:45 right now. Referee blows the whistle, halts the play. Four 8-minute quarters. That is how wheelchair rugby is played. Between the first and second and third and fourth, 3-minute break, and then we got a 10-minute break at halftime. Australia 24-18. Chris Bond in possession. And that isn't interesting to explain. Why do some of these players wait till the last minute to enter the scoring area? It's part of the strategy, isn't it, Japa?
Yeah, so Canada had one player in the penalty box, so they were playing with 3 players, so they were just waiting to not get another penalty. And then Australia was also setting up their defense ahead, like picking some player before they scored to prepare the defense.
Yeah, important explanation there from Japa, our analyst who has played alongside Cody Blackwell. Isn't that right, my friend? Way back in the day.
Yeah, I played with some few players from Canada during this time. Yeah. I played against some and go.
Alexandre Japa bringing all of his experience to the table in the broadcast tonight. 5 minutes, 47 seconds. 26-19 for the Steelers. Canada restart. This is Rio Kovac. Speedy 23-year-old changes direction. Chris Bond is defending right now. Is it going to be a turnover? Yes, it is. The attack is unsuccessful for Canada. Gerson Vieira, explain to us, my friend, what went down there.
He was about, look at the replay, he was about to perform the try, but he lost the ball before it crossed the goal line.
Yeah, in the final moments there, just in the nick of time, lost possession. Now Chris Bond accelerates. No doubt there. Finds his way into the scoring area, gets yet another try for the Steelers. Huge shout out to Lee or Annie Lynch saying excellent commentary. We appreciate it. Thank you so very much from wherever you're joining us around planet Earth. Let us know. Almost a fall there from Andrew Edmondson. You saw the balance on just one wheel to not fall over, and then Travis Morale gets a try for Canada, 27-20. The Steelers still in the lead. Canada hot in pursuit. Chris Bond restarts for the Australians. Canada defending, he changes direction. Excellent as usual from Chris Bond. An 8-point lead now for the Steelers. Travis Morale to restart. Connects with Deblis. Almost halfway into the third quarter.
So they just called a technical foul from the Andrew Edmondson, not allowing the inbounder to come in again.
And we've explained this many times. We're going to keep explaining it over the course of the broadcast, right? But the players are assigned a functional classification, right, ranging from 0.5, which means the greatest level of physical impairment, all the way to 3.5, the least level of impairment. Here come Canada right now with Kovac. Austin McClellan now over on the right-hand side. Can he find room there? Finds just enough room for a pass. Rio Kanda Kovac gets a try. The 23-year-old, he was with Team Canada in Paris 2 years ago for the Paralympic Games. Andrew Edmondson connects with Riley Batts. Sensational from the Steelers. Make that 29-21. Halfway, basically, into this third quarter. The defending champs so far off to a good start. Andrew Edmondson there had the final say as the ball goes out of bounds. Austin McClellan over on that left flank restarts for Canada. He's got the close support there from Cody Caldwell. The return pass for Austin McClellan, who transitions into the scoring area, gets a try for Team Canada. 22 for the Canadians. Riley Batts. How good is Riley Batts?
That's almost impossible to stop him. What a player.
Jukes and jives, swerves and slices his way into the scoring area. Yet another try for Canada. Make that 30 points for the Australians. It's a back and forth game. It's a good game thus far. Cody Caldwell. This time, it is good for Rio Kanda Kovac. He gets another try for the Canadians. Huge shout out to all of our viewers joining us across planet Earth. Let us know where you are, who you're rooting for, what you think of the commentary, what you think of the broadcast, what you think of the sports, who you're excited to see. And a very important question. I want everyone listening to me right now to respond in the chat. Who do you think should be the player of the match? The man or woman of the match? Who do you think is the best player? Comment in the chats. Austin McClellan gets a try for Canada. Make that 24 for the Canadians. Let us know who you think is the player of the game, and that player will be picked by our production team, and we're going to interview that player after the full-time whistle. Hannah Oliver saying Riley Batts should claim that prize. Less than 3 minutes to the end of the third quarter. This is Riley Batts in possession. Canada defending. Austin McClellan closes down that left-hand side. Riley Batts switches direction, bounces the ball. Look at how easily he can change direction. What a pass for Andrew Edmondson, or rather, excuse me, not Andrew Edmondson, but rather the Canadian number 11, Bo Vernon, gets his first try of the competition. Yet another try for the Australians. Yeah, Gerson and Japa. We have our viewers here saying Riley Batts should take it. That's their vote. I don't know how you guys feel about that. We were talking about Chris Bond, Cody Caldwell as well, who we see right there are certainly candidates. But of course, Riley Batts has to be mentioned.
Yeah, Riley Batts is doing a great game, as always. But most of the lines of the Australian team are working. Like, I could say the role players are also doing a good game, like Andrew Edmondson, Josh Nicholson, Bo Vernon, and Ella Sabojak. They also did a good job. so it will be tough to choose a good player.
Yeah, we do have a substitution on the Canadian side. Maxime Drolet-Gauthier, the number 43, making his debut in the competition. Less than a minute and 50 seconds remain. Here is Austin McClellan from Fredericton, New Brunswick. The 25-year-old plays with the Edmonton Steel Wheels. A huge shout out as well to all of our viewers in Peterborough and everyone in York in Western Australia joining us. Canada to restart. We have a 7-try lead. Riley Bat, Austin McClellan, and Rio Kandikovac defending for Canada. We have entered right now the final 60 seconds of this third quarter. Here is Riley Bat trying to find an opening. Canada not making it easy, and the defense, at least for now on the Canadian side, is successful.
Yeah, it was 4 in the key again.
Yeah, 8 seconds in the key, right? An offensive player cannot remain in the opposing team's key area for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, in this case here, you can't have 4 players at the same time inside the key area. So that's why Canadian had 4 in the basket, and now they have 1 outside in the penalty box.
And if you look closely, the Australian Steelers are using that black sleeve as a way to pay tribute to the mother of Damien Mortaud, who recently passed away. So we're certainly sending our thoughts and prayers to his family and friends, and we of course express our condolences to the Mortaud family, who are watching the competition from Australia. Less than 15 seconds remain. Austin McClellan accelerates. He is blocked, but he is still able to get the lob pass for Cody Caldwell. And Canada get the try. McClellan with the assist. Cody Caldwell with the point. 8.5 seconds. Timeout right now. 27 points for Canada.
Are Australia be able to perform the last try in 8 seconds?
Yeah, 8.5 seconds at this level. It's plenty of time for a team like Australia to score. And they can start in the front court. So let's see if they can score this last try.
We have our votes coming in. Many of our viewers saying Austin McClellan has been class. Absolutely agree with you there. We have our viewers joining us all the way from South Africa. Great to have our viewers in Africa. Chris Bond, Riley Bat, all, of course, legitimate candidates for player of the match. An earlier try there from Travis Morale. We're about to restart, ladies and gentlemen. 8.5 seconds remain. Australia in possession here. Riley Bat changes direction. That is a fantastic pass.
Always nice to see a low pointer scoring. Last try.
The Canadian asked for a full timeout, and they had 1 second to go. Now is a good question.
Yeah, that earlier try from Bo Vernon.
Are Canadian will be able to perform the last try in 1 second?
We're going to get the answer to that question, my friend, which is a great question, in just a few moments. And there you see Lewis Quinn, making his major championship debut. He has already been successful this year at the Santos Cup, at the Canada Cup. There's a nice tight angle of him.
With less than 1 second, we need a good inbound directed to the key to score.
8-point lead for the Steelers. Australia have 35 tries, Canada with 27. Here's an earlier try there. Travis Morale with the assist. Matt Diblee had that one. Here we go once again, the play restarts. Diblee goes for the long pass. Is it successful? No, it isn't. For a split second, we thought it would be. Austin McClellan, you saw the reaction there, the facial expression. He disagrees with the decision from the ref.
But that was a great pass from Matt.
Austin McClellan was the target. He did get to it, but it was no good according to the refs. Yeah, so you want to explain that to me and our viewers, please, because it is a bit of a tricky play.
Yeah, when he received the ball, he has 1 second to finish, but you can see in the replay, he has to move the chair, and that it was lower than 1 second.
Yeah, he ran out of time. All right, everyone, we're going to take a quick 2.5-minute break. We'll see you right back here for the fourth and final quarter. Don't go anywhere.
Ei, você sabe que dia é hoje? Hoje é dia!
Nas Loterias Caixa. Nas lotéricas, no app Loterias Caixa ou no site. É chance todo dia.
Aposte com responsa.
Para amigos imparáveis!
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não tem mais nada pra fazer?
Flecha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Para amigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game. To keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Underway once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to São Paulo, Brazil. Underway with the WWR Championship. Here come Canada, Austin McClellan. One of the standout players for Canada thus far. We have just started 25 seconds in to the fourth quarter. Austin McClellan gets yet another try for Team Canada. An 8-point lead for the Steelers. This is Chris Bond. Always high expectations for Chris Bond. He makes it look easy. Gets yet another point for the Steelers, who now have 37. Austin McClellan once again. He is pursued by Cooper Blackwood. Letourneau. Cody Caldwell right here. Gets a try for Canada. That is a lovely team point. Great work. Chris Bond pressured by Austin McClellan. Yet another fantastic assist for Cooper Blackwood. Transitions into the scoring area. Gets Australia yet another try. Cooper Blackwood, another player from Queensland, had a spinal cord injury. And he transitioned from the Invictus Games to the International Wheelchair Rugby stage after he discovered the sport through the Invictus Australia program. He who's in possession right now, a player who brings speed, attacking ability, and a strong defensive presence to the courts. Play is halted with 6 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're watching us, let us know. We want to know where you are, the city, the state, the country, who you're rooting for, what you think of the teams, the players, the broadcast. Over 500 people are with us right now. Huge shout out to all of our viewers in Australia, in Canada, in Europe. We have viewers as well in South Africa, in Peru joining us. This is the fourth and final quarter, the final set of 8 minutes between Australia and Canada. The very first game of the WWR Championship. This Group A battle between Team Canada and the Steelers. Here is Anthony Letourneau. Links up with Austin McClellan. 31 points for the Canadians. There is Lewis Quinn once again for you, making his major competition debut. Huge shout out to our viewers in the Netherlands. They are excited for the upcoming game as the Dutch take on hosts Brazil. Our viewers as well in Victoria, Australia. Here is Chris Bond. Right-hand side. Punches his way in. Another try for the Steelers. 40 points, Gerson Vieira.
That last point was a very nice team strategy. The lady blocked it exactly. She performed the perfect block, and that was she made it easier.
Yeah, speaking of blocking, that's what Chris Bond tried to do there against Letourneau. He was unsuccessful. Canada with 32. 5 minutes remain. Chris Bond blocked. This time having a tough time, but he still makes it look easy. Finds just the right amount of room to slide in there and record 41 tries for the Steelers. Now Canada are attempting to play out from the back. This is the man to do it. Cody Caldwell, the long pass. Letourneau gets to it. Fantastic counterattack. Oh, what a pity. Unable to connect there with the number 15, Patrice Simard. The 47-year-old. He has been, this guy right here, Patrice Simard, he has been at every single Paralympic game since wheelchair rugby became an official Paralympic sport all the way back in Sydney in 2000. Quite the legend. Almost 50 years of age, and he still plays for the Felines de Quebec. He was best in class at the 2010 World Championship. Also featured at the 2015 and 2019 Pan American Games. And Holloway, AJ Holloway, gets his first try of the competition. This is the player who replaced Liliana, the number 2, who was unwell, not feeling good. Forgetting where she was at the hospital. She's resting right now, so Liliana was replaced by AJ Holloway. Liliana Prucha. We certainly hope she can return to the competition. Australia with 42 points. Canada 33 tries. Halfway in to the final quarter. Respond, yet another point for him. Australia with a 10-point lead. This is Deblis for Team Canada over on that left-hand side. Good piece of blocking there from Chris Baum. A long pass for Rio Konda-Kovac is good. The try is good as well. Huge shout out to our viewers in Barnsley, Yorkshire, England. Peeps as well in Sydney, Australia. This is Holloway. Great pass for Chris Bond. He recognizes the assist. 44 tries for Australia.
And right now is the first time that Australia opened the distance from 10 points.
Just became 9 now with that try from Rio Konda-Kovac. 23-year-old, 44-35. But either way, the Steelers with a comfortable lead. My good friend Gerson Vieira, a wheelchair rugby expert here in Brazil, still playing the sport till this day in your hometown of Curitiba. Isn't that right, Gerson?
Yeah, there you go. I play at the Gladiators in Curitiba, but not good enough to be in a game like that. But he's still playing.
I'm sure you're a very modest guy, my friend. Plays with the Gladiators in the state of Paraná. Our color commentator, here's Travis Morale, changes direction, connects with Deblis. Finds himself into the scoring area, gets another try for Canada. 2 minutes and 50 seconds till we wrap up game 1 of the WWR Championship, the World Wheelchair Rugby Championship, happening in Brazil for the very first time. The South American nation hosting this very, very, very special tournament. This incredible Paralympic sport that teaches us a lot about overcoming obstacles. It teaches us a lot about the power of sports, about life in general, and it's such an honor, such a privilege to have you here with us from wherever you're watching us around planet Earth. What an honor. We have a lot of excitement coming your way. The upcoming game between the Netherlands and Brazil is expected to be fantastic tomorrow, day 2. If I'm not mistaken, we have a total of 9 games, so we're going to keep you company throughout the entire day as we walk you through Team Canada's dugout. Team Canada led by Trevor Hirschfield. You see the number 55 there, Yannick Racicot. We're very close to wrapping up this game, my good friend Gerson Vieira, but so far, did you enjoy what you saw?
Yeah, this is a very exciting game, and I think everyone that is watching the game is enjoying. That's really, really good game to open this World Championship. So that's good, really, really good game.
Couldn't agree with you more, my friend. A fantastic way to open up the competition on this very first day. It's a great connection there for Chris Bonds. And that is Aya Saboljak, I think I pronounced your name correctly, who is going to claim the assist. Great work from the 34-year-old who plays for the Queensland Cyclones. Has been on the national team for 4 years under her belt. 1 World Championship and 1 Paralympic Games as well. So quite the resume for Ella Saboljak.
One thing that is interesting to say, if you look, and we are watching, and that is the final quarter, and they don't look tired. They don't look tired. They still playing their maximum.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, Gerson. You really have to praise the resilience, the stamina of these players, right? Riley Batt, Chris Bond, Austin McClellan, Cody Caldwell as well. Look at Austin McClellan speeding forward, changes direction. He's met by the good piece of defending there from Ella Saboljak. Le Tourneau arrives in support. And it's unsuccessful. The turnover. Good piece of defending there from the Steelers to win it back. They deny Canada the try.
It was a fault. He hold the leg of the opponent, the arm of the opponent. That's why.
There is Austin McClellan being tended to by the medical staff. He's classified as a 2.5 with the Edmonton Steel Wheels. He was previously a wheelchair basketball player. Started in wheelchair rugby back in 2002. He was named best in class at the 2026 Canada Cup. And he's making his World Wheelchair Rugby Championship debut in São Paulo. He will become also the first athlete from New Brunswick to represent Canada at a World Championship. Chris Bond accelerates, still going. Met by McClellan. Saboljak is dispossessed. It's the Steelers' ball with Andrew Edmondson. Chris Bond with it. Punches his way into the scoring area. We're very, very close to the final 60 seconds of the game. Australia with an 11-point lead. This is Rio Kandakovac speeding forward, changes direction. Australia not making it easy. Still manages to navigate his way through, and that is an exquisite try. 39 points for Canada.
Turnover for Canadian.
Canada to restart with Le Tourneau. Connects with Austin McClellan. The give and go is good. Here's the long lob pass for Rio Kandakovac. One of Canada's youngest national team athletes in the history of the organization. He joined the program at just 16 years of age, that guy right there. He gets the try. 30 seconds remain. We're very, very close to wrapping up Game 1 of the World Wheelchair Rugby Championship. This is Ella Saboljak. She's got the close support from none other than Chris Bond. Australia are going to run the clock. Less than 15 seconds remain. Canada are defending. This might be the final play of the game. Chris Bond finds just the right amount of real estate to make it 50 tries, if I'm not mistaken, for the Steelers. There we go.
I'm going to ask you the same question I did before. What do you think? 4 seconds. What do you think? Is it going to be possible to perform the last try?
I mean, if we saw Canada almost scoring with 0.9 of a second, I think we can get at least one more try with 4.4 seconds on the clock. The Steelers off to a hot start, beginning their campaign here in Brazil with a W, with a win. So far, so good for the defending champs. In just a few moments, we're going to hear from our analyst, Alexandre Japa, who is on the court, getting ready to talk to the player of the match. Who's it going to be? Well, to find out, you're going to have to stick with us for a few more moments. In around 2 hours, we will be getting underway with Brazil versus the Netherlands. The hosts taking on the Dutch. We're about to restart. Here's the long ball for Austin McClellan. Does not find its target. Good piece of defending there from Riley Batt. It was Deblee. He will provide the service from this near side. We have votes coming in for Austin McClellan, for Chris Bond, for Riley Batt. All candidates for player of the game. Cody Caldwell, worth a mention as well.
Look at what the Canadians doing. They have 3 players in the key. They are to protect one, the one that is receiving the ball, and perform the try.
That was spectacular. Arguably the try of the game. What a long pass there from Deblee. And that was fantastic elasticity from the number 3. Who else?
To perform the last try. Let's see.
1.8 seconds on the clock. Another timeout. Trevor Hirschfield having a word with Team Canada. Lewis Quinn doing the same with the Australians. 4th and final quarter. Game number 1. This is a Group A battle between Australia and Canada. A group that also has the US, New Zealand, Brazil, and the Netherlands in Group B. Great piece of defending there, Letourneau. And that is the full-time whistle, ladies and gentlemen. Australia get it done. The Steelers, the defending champs, off to a great start in the World Championship, beating Canada 50-41. What a performance for the defending champs. Off to a great start, but I think we have to commend Canada. Right, Gerson? Canada really did put up a fight.
That game was not easy, was really tough, and the Canada, they did their best to make it difficult to Australia.
On the Canadian side, Cody Caldwell, Rio Kandakovac, Austin McClellan, Travis Morau, all players who I think did a fantastic job. On the Australian side, we can talk about, of course, Riley Batt and Chris Bond, but I think Andrew Edmondson, Cooper Blackwoods were fantastic as well. Australia beat Canada 50-41. The defending champs off to a positive start in their World Championship campaign. Their upcoming game will be on Wednesday. The clash against the Americans at 5:30 p.m. local time. As for Australia, they're going to play tomorrow against New Zealand at 11 a.m. local time here in São Paulo, Brazil. This is only the very first day of the WWR Championship happening in Brazil for the very first time. You see the Steelers there taking center stage with the victory, 50-41. Canada throughout the entire game were within range, but it really never looked like Canada were going to tie the game or turn it around. Always, of course, very, very tough when you're playing against the defending champs, when you're playing against a team that has won the World Championship not once but twice, playing against a team that has 2 Paralympic gold medals. In just a few moments, we'll be making contact with our analyst Alexandre Japa, who's right there on the court, ready to have a word with, I believe, Riley Batts. I believe that's who we have selected as the player of the match. We saw him cross the court just a few seconds ago. And there he is, Alexandre Japa, alongside the legend Riley Batts. My good friend Japa, take it away.
Ed, so what's your thoughts of the game? You guys started really well, pull off the score on the beginning. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, we obviously came up with a very strong Canada side. They're very balanced. Yeah, they played absolutely unreal. I think our start was pretty bad. It was a bit frustrating, but it's good to get a bit of the rust out and just improve, and I think we won every quarter. So that's a win in our book, and that's game 1 done. We'll look to come out and play New Zealand tomorrow, and hopefully we can improve our start.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So, Bati praticamente ele elogiou o time do Canadá.
And there we have it, Alexandre Japa alongside Riley Batts. Okay, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you right back here in a few more hours for Brazil versus the Netherlands. The Dutch facing the hosts, Brazil. That'll be game 2 of the WWR Championship. Bye-bye, take care. We'll see you then.